name is Emily Mogavero, and my work deals with reclaiming history, both the history of modern painting as well as the history of my mark. And so this piece is called Reclined Female Nude Painting, first line of my Google image search. So I've been looking at the female nude through art history because historically women have been represented as nudes on the canvas or just in paintings as subjects in general rather than as artists. So this, I just Googled reclined female nude painting and I started painting what came up until I felt like the painting was finished. Yes, and so this one is part of a series called Aufheben, which means to both abolish and elevate simultaneously. It's the 66th print in the series. Right now there's about 100. And the medium is dry point, and I used the same plates and layered them and paint and erased and then redrew. And I think it has a really interesting themed connection to the theme of the show because reclaiming and printmaking means something very different. It's kind of to reset the plate, which I'm not doing, although I do kind of continually reset it as I go. So this piece is from a body of work that I title Artist Hero Squish. I'm using printmaking processes to question the status of these like heroic male painters, as well as the way they use women as subjects or objects in their work. So this is painted after a de Kooning. It's one of the de Kooning women that is in an online exhibition on MoMA's website. I was going through MoMA's website and I found that all of their online exhibitions were of men, and de Kooning is someone that I'm really interested in because I really like his work. I find it visually very appealing, but then I also think it's a little gross, I question the way he speaks about women, the way he paints women. So in my process, I repaint some of his paintings, and that's kind of paralleling my learning process and my process of studying these art historical figures. And then I fold them in half and I squish them. This one I jumped up and down on it and used a rolling pin, and so it was very physical. And I'm also playing with the idea of the Rorschach print, so creating both this kind of abstracted figure, but also thinking about the Rorschach as a site of projection, as well as women as a site of projection in painting historically.
So would you consider this body of work to be paintings or prints or a combination?
Yeah. So they're definitely a combination of both, which is very important to me. I identify as a painter printmaker. When people ask me what type of artist I am. So originally I was stretching these paintings, but I wanted to keep the frayed edge to mimic the deckled edge of traditional printmaking. And also I wanted this lack of preciousness to them because prints in general are not as precious as painting. They exist in the multiple, although this is a monotype, but just kind of I wanted this really like casual, quick aesthetic to also echo how I do this work.